Good afternoon. Oh, you caught me. I had just washed my hair and was enjoying my morning coffee.
Whoa, me too.
Whoa.
What a coincidence.
Welcome to another episode of Analysts After Work, episode 43. And we bring back, because there's been a challenger to the throne of most frequent guest. Judy has been coming on strong, but we bring back Jennifer Bedell, and making her debut, Sarcha. Yay! That was a moment for clapping. Yay!
Okay,
welcome.
sorry.
Yay.
Welcome. No, us to clap
Thank
for
you for having me.
Maybe before we get into the usual first question, we should explain the towels. Sure. So I'll do it then. So I woke up this morning and checked my phone and saw this post where I was tagged from Sarcha, which was talking about her being on the show, and her head was, I guess she had just washed her hair, head was in a towel, drinking a cup of coffee, and so there we go. Because I wanted to respond with a similar picture of me in a towel, but I mean, the way that I do my hair in the morning is I literally get out of the shower and go like this, and I'm done. So there we go. The towels explained. I think we can take the towels off.
Okay.
There was a lot of planning that went into this. Everyone.
No, my headphones are getting stuck on my towel.
Everyone that's here with us, Amy, Sherry, Terry, you're welcome.
One moment, please.
All right, we'll just put the whole show on pause. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
You're taking a lot of liberties with me, Jen. Just because you've been on the show more than anybody else doesn't mean you can pause the show to adjust your hair. That is unacceptable.
How many seconds in before he lost control this time?
2 minutes. It's a new record. Sarcha, we'll come to you for the first question. And I know you've been in the audience, so I know you know what's coming. What are you bringing to the party today? What are you drinking?
I am drinking a turmeric tea.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't show you actually, but it's turmeric tea, and it's from a brand that I really love. It's Puka called. It's called
Okay.
Puka. I'm going to show you the box. And it's like
I know that one.
organic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's organic. It comes from
Yeah.
the UK, and it's like the best tea. Like all of my tea is Puka tea. So
Yeah, I mean the Brits, they know tea.
yeah,
They know
obviously.
their tea. Like, so there we go.
I didn't have to explain. I should have stopped at tea from the UK, and
and
I would explain everything.
And you're good, Jen. And by the way, Jen, it's not often that I am the most westernly person on this show. Usually we have people from Western Canada, Western US. I'm the furthest west, which is unusual. So anyways, Jen.
It's earliest
what do we
in
got?
the day for you. So what I have, I want you to try and guess what I'm drinking.
It's beer.
A Heineken.
But
It's
Sin
alcohol-free.
alcohol.
sans alcohol.
There
I'm
we go.
going with the non-alcoholic beer, so I'm gonna crack it open.
There we
Why
go.
is it in French though?
I don't know why it's in French, but
well, it would be in both.
cheers.
No, cheers.
No, so apparently it was bought in Quebec by the looks of it.
Oh,
not
then
Brunswick.
That's why.
Then there we go. Yeah, because lots of the labeling in Canada is bilingual, not as prominently. So that's
right. And I think in Quebec the laws are like almost reversed, right? And I think they're not allowed to have English on some labels in Quebec. If I'm getting it right.
Yeah, that there's a whole thing. We don't need to revisit that. That referendum.
It's kind of the same in Belgium. Like we have the French part and we have the Dutch part, and also like bringing up the discussion. It's like we don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, they tried to separate, and I'm really thankful that they didn't win that referendum. Like, it's not Canada without Quebec. We need everybody. How would we get to New Brunswick and Nova Scotia if we have to go through a different country?
But if they separated, Vince,
yeah,
if they separated, you would be closer to New Brunswick. That's a big province. Move them out, and then everything pushes back together.
See, I was missing that because I thought they just wanted to separate politically and economically. I didn't realize that Quebec as a province was going to lift and shift.
Absolutely. Oh,
and go into the middle of the Atlantic. Oh, that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
That makes more sense then. Yeah, then I could have done an Atlantic road trip in a much easier way. Oh boy.
So Vince, what are you drinking?
I am actually, I just finished my afternoon Nespresso.
Nice.
And now I've got water. Now, when the water goes, I do have my trusty stash back here. Right. So we'll see.
Aperol?
No, the Aperol's gone. Oh, it's long gone. Okay. I still have my bourbon and my my tequila. So we'll see where we end up. But I think this is going to be an alcohol-free edition of Analysts After Work, which I kind of dig. Sarcha, I want to start with you because it took a little bit of convincing to get you on here. Because and this is not a quote, but it was to the effect of, no, nobody knows who I am. You've got to have better people. And and to me, it's like that you're the perfect person to be on the show. And you know, you and I have talked through the Brussels Cafe. You're like the boss there. Like you run the show. And so this is a perfect way to get you into this world and put your stamp on, yes, I'm a business analyst. Yes, I'm new, but I'm here and I want to kick some ass. Does that sound fair?
That sounds fair.
Okay.
I'm just really grateful to be included in this online BA community, actually, because it all started with I participated in the Bobox study group from IABA Brussels chapter. Yeah. And then Philip asked me to be a volunteer on the chapter, and then everything went really fast. And then we started with the BA Cafe because of COVID. Mm-hmm. And it's something that I really needed. Judy. It's something that I really needed. I just wanted to be around people because we were so isolated.
Right.
But actually, I feel like it's more like Stefan that runs the show at the BA Cafe. I'm just happy to be part of the conversation and part of the group. I just like to be surrounded with people. So,
which is exactly, and yes, Stefan, Philippe are they are the pillars of that community. I don't want to take it. I'm not taking anything away from them. And Stefan was on a couple weeks ago. But to me, I thought this is a perfect time. Like, I don't want to. It was sort of the concept behind like serendipity as well. I don't want to have like all people that know what they're doing. And not to say you don't know what you're doing, but there are
but you're right.
There are people that like have a voice and have something to say, and like, why shouldn't you? And so when you and I talked at the BA and Beyond conference, and it was like that was the clincher for me. It's like, yes, you have to be on the show. I don't care if you're a junior, you got to be on the show. So I'm yeah, and hopefully I didn't overstep any boundaries there. And now it's like you're never going to come back on because I've called you out. I've called out other people on the show, and it's not ended well.
How did you call me out though? Because I think I didn't catch that. And also,
to say you didn't want to be on, like.
Oh no, I don't mind. Yeah. I don't mind because that's what actually happened. You know, like it's not that I said that I don't want to be on. It was more like I don't know if I could be like an added value, because everybody in this community, like even in the BA Cafe, there's people with everybody has at least 10 years of experience, and everybody has so much stories to tell. And I'm like this junior BA, like 2 years of experience, not yet even. And yes, I'm motivated, but I'm just, like I said, I'm just grateful to be able to be part of the group and to be included. So
Jen, what do you have to say to that?
To what? I have things Fabrizio's comment, or
no,
what Sarcha just said?
To what Sarcha just said. That she didn't feel like she could be part of this community. What do you have to say to that?
That's exactly how I felt, and still do at times, right? I mean, it's the whole. You're waiting for me to mention imposter syndrome, right?
No, I wasn't actually. What I was hoping that you would have said was, no, you're full of it. Everybody should be on, and this is the greatest show ever. And
that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
It just came out wrong.
But and Wouter is where I wanted to go with it. Like, everyone has a story to tell. So like, yeah, you've only been doing it for a couple of years. So what? But yeah, let's talk about imposter syndrome.
I
like where you're going, because I say it's not necessarily the number of years you have, right? It's what you do in those years. What is it that Hans always says, or is it you, Vince? One of you says this. Do you have 15 years of experience, or do you have 1 year of experience 15 times? Right. If you've done the same thing your whole career, do you really have experience?
Right.
So in your 2 years, what have you been doing? You've been learning. You've been participating in other things. You said yes to coming on this show, right? That's what makes you even better, and that's what makes you awesome.
Yes. Everything is awesome. You're part of the family now. So welcome. Now, speaking of family, and we've focused enough on Sarcha. Jen, I wanted to show you. I got a new toy. You want to see my new toy?
I don't know. Do I?
So, have you seen the new visual branding for Serendipity? And it's like a light board.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, that's unfortunate. It's a light board, like a cinema headline. So I wanted to show you a sample of the new branding. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm excited.
I'm
excited.
Aww.
So this is in lieu of singing Happy Birthday. I'm not going to sing Happy Birthday, but it is your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Jen. And what are the plans for the birthday?
I plan to work, and I might hang out with some friends online tomorrow night. I don't know. They're talking about canceling on me. I don't know. We'll see.
Why would they cancel?
Yeah.
Oh, well, just depending on availability and stuff.
Oh, but it's still your birthday.
Well, okay, let me rephrase it. So the plan wasn't because it's my birthday. It just happened to we do this every 2 weeks on a Friday night, and it just happened to fall on my birthday. So I'm just kind of throwing a little bit of a guilt trip out there for those who might be listening and are thinking about not coming tomorrow night, just in case.
Right.
That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
Is this that thing that I've been not invited to? Is that thing?
That it is. Yes.
It is that thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I don't really care. Then it can be canceled. I don't really care.
Happy birthday from me as well.
Yeah. Happy birthday from Brussels to Toronto, and probably beyond there too.
I thought I would celebrate my birthday this year the same as last year, which was the big one last year, right? That was the big birthday.
40?
Leslie will see me tomorrow night. Yay!
Oh, I thought it was to me.
40. Thank you, Vince. You're so kind. Yeah, so last year was also during lockdown. So this is the celebration of the 1 year anniversary of my 50th lockdown birthday. And I'm celebrating it in a further lockdown. So I can't see my friends in person.
Yeah. I definitely am.
Downer.
I definitely am. Yeah, you really took this to a sad place, Jen. Sorry.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Bring us back, Vince.
I'm gonna try. No, this is actually gonna make it worse because I actually got to have my birthday last year because I'm an early birthday. So before there was a lockdown, there was a thing known as COVID, but it wasn't until the March break here, mid-March, where we locked down. So I mean, there you go. My birthday's before that.
When is your birthday?
This year, it's before the middle of March. So so this year was my first lockdown birthday. And it was not good. So I empathize with, and I'm not the guy who goes out to clubs and with friends. Like, I don't do that anymore, but just not even having the option is what sucked. And so to have now, if I have to do this again for my next birthday, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not happy about that.
So the cool thing with 50 is, and I see Sherry's comment.
Thanks, Judy. Thanks, Judy.
You're an Aquarius, like me. Like, I am the 3rd of February. That's why I asked.
There you go.
So, okay. Sorry for interrupting you, Jen.
Okay. No, that's okay. No, I see Sherry's comment. 50 rock, right? We don't need to make being younger a compliment, and that's the awesome thing about 50 is you really just don't care. You are not you don't care, but life is different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a lot easier to just go with it day by day and just enjoy day by day. I mean, maybe it's because we're that much closer to death. I don't know.
You had to take it back to like a really negative place. I mean, but I've thought about this because, I think back to the stuff that I cared about as, when I was in high school, and realizing how insignificant it actually is. Mm-hmm. And now it's easy to say that retrospectively, right? Like when you're looking back, it's easy to say, oh, the people that didn't invite you to that party, who cares? At the time, it's the most important thing in your life. But I mean, it's still it almost makes it dismisses it by saying, oh, you'll get through it. Don't worry about it now. Like in 20 years, you won't care because it's important at that time. Like you have the benefit of time to say that. And it's like, I don't know.
I remember my grandmother, and I remember me being in tears because people were making fun of me because I was a homely kid, and I'm not just saying that for pity. I was a homely kid. Okay, I had thick Coke bottle glasses that were all scratched up and had no style. I wore my brother's hand-me-down GWGs. That was me. And I remember crying about it, and my grandmother saying, "Yeah, but you'll be prettier than them someday." Like, no, I won't. Well, look at me now.
How you like me now, yo? Yeah, I mean, there is some benefit to that perspective, but it also, it's true, and it's just as true. It just doesn't feel as true.
Exactly.
When you're younger,
Yep.
Sarcha, one day all of this will make sense to you. Because we are old and you're not as old. So there you go.
There comes a time, and Sarcha, you might be there, when you start to realize that people who are older do seem to have some wisdom from life experience, and your mind shifts a little bit and you say, okay, instead of making the same mistakes, why don't I listen to them? Right? Because they might know something.
But I already listen a lot to people that are older than me. I'm not the one to dismiss people. It's like everybody just told me maybe 5 to 10 minutes ago. Like everybody has a story to tell, Like experience. It's in the years. It's not the years that have the experience. So I don't know if I say it right, but I don't think that age is the right indicator of being able to tell if somebody can teach you something or not.
Yeah,
I agree.
100, because there's a lot of 80-year-olds who have done nothing.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah, maybe not nothing. Like I think
you know what I mean, though. Like,
I think I kind of know what you mean, but it's also like everybody means something to somebody. You know, like I don't think anything in this world is completely useless or has done nothing. Like even people that live a life full of like their only purpose is maybe to be loved by their family, you know, like they don't have a great career, maybe all they want is to be loved, you know, and that is very, very great because it's important for their family, and that's also a great goal. So it kind of depends on what you want and what your purpose is in life, I think.
This could get really deep.
I was just gonna say, like, I feel like a total jackass now for no, go do something. No.
But
yeah, I mean, you're right? Like it's how you affect the people around you. How do you like it? You don't have to be a CEO or, you know, like you don't have to be known. You don't have to be a celebrity. It's just, what is the impact that you're having? What is the legacy that you're leaving or living within your family and your friends? And I think
depends on what you want.
It's yeah.
So there's also what kind of impact you think you might have on the world, and we may never know what impact we have on somebody. I heard this story about Billy Graham, and I can't remember, isn't it horrible? I can't remember the guy's name, but there was this guy who was trying to convince Billy Graham to go to this little rally thing, and Billy Graham was like, I'm not interested in that. Eventually, he convinced him by letting him drive his truck. And as a result, Billy Graham got inspired and then ended up having this huge ministry and touched how many lives himself. But if it weren't for that guy who convinced him to go in the first place, no one would know who Billy Graham was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I think back to one of the lines that Amy uses at conferences, where it's like, you know, get around, network. You might meet, you know, your new employer or your new colleague or your new, you know, a new relationship, and it's like, and it's true. Like, you never know who you're going to sit next to, who you're going to. It's serendipity.
It's like serendipity.
I was going to say the same thing.
Right? So you never know. So, you know, I guess do the things that make you happy and just let that serendipitousness into your life and just be open to it. Right? And, you know, we've missed out on that because
it's kind of like saying being on a webcast. You know?
Oh, sorry. We haven't missed out on it. It's been different. It's been
different, but serendipity is more than just stepping out of your door and meeting people. Serendipity can also be like wandering around in a BA & Beyond conference room and suddenly being in a bubble with Vince, Philippe, Fabrizio, I don't know who was there. Like,
when Patrick was trying to get in.
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was like the best moment for the whole conference for me. And for me, that moment felt like serendipity, because I was like, I am in a room with like a bunch of thought leaders here, and I'm like, like, what am I doing in this bubble? And then it was so much fun because you closed the bubble, and it was so much fun. Yeah, so I've had a lot of serendipitous moments in COVID, even though like it doesn't feel like that at first, you know, like you have to, I don't know, it's not like everything happens for a reason, but I think that even though COVID has been bad, it has also had some good things.
I 100,000% agree. Like, let's put aside the fact that it has killed as many people as it has. Like, but just in terms of how it has changed the perceptions of work and you know, corporate life and what is it like? What does this mean? I think, you know, I think North Americans, and this might be a generalization, but or assumption rather, but I think North Americans probably had a harder time adjusting to it than Europeans, who are like, it's that, you know, live to work versus work to live, right? Like,
yep.
I don't know. Maybe I feel like Sarcha's really kicking my ass on just wisdom tonight.
No, and, it's not that. It's just I can ask questions, right? You know, like
this is what we do.
Yeah, it's just I just want to understand things, and that's why. So I'm not trying to kick your ass or anything. It's just
no.
Like you're saying that North Americans have had it more difficult than Europeans in COVID because you live for your work and we work to live.
Correct.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I think
and that's my perception, right? Like it might not be right.
I think like, can you really compare such a situation? I think we've all had it like an awful situation with COVID, and let me remind you, Stefan told you like 2 episodes ago that we have only one hugging contact. Like we can only touch one person, and that has been for like more than a year now.
Yeah.
You know, like for example, I mean, I'm not saying that we are the bad guys, but
no,
like not the bad guys. I mean, like we suffered the most. I think the people in India at the moment are suffering really hard. But
yes, like it's heartbreaking. Like seeing it on the news, it's heartbreaking. And you know, hopefully there are better people than I that can help that. And it's just watching it is okay. It is tragic. You're bringing a lot of feels here.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. No. Hey, don't be sorry.
Are you looking to turn things around with something happy?
Let's bring it. Let's bring it happy.
Puppies
It's a
are
dog.
happy.
It's a dog.
It's a puppy.
It's like a young dog. Like how old is he?
He's a COVID puppy. One of the good things that COVID brought us. Oscar.
Oscar. And what?
He's a Cocker Spaniel. He's a little over a year.
Oh, so nice. I love dogs. Like I have
never
a whole
had
zoo
a dog
at house.
before.
You never had a dog before, okay? And why do you have a dog now?
Because it's COVID, and our daughters convinced us that since they weren't leaving the house for the next 4 months, we might as well get a puppy. And he was a cute puppy. And in the back of my mind, I knew that he was going to be my puppy at the end of that 4 months. I didn't realize it was going to be at the end of 4 days, but he's my puppy. And he has changed my perspective on a lot of things and opened my world to things I would have thought would be me, like looking forward to going to the park every weekend.
You dropped the magical word.
My understanding is you need to spell those things so that they don't know what you're talking about. So.
It's okay. He's asleep. He didn't notice.
Okay. All right.
Oh, that's so nice.
My kids have been pushing for a bunny, and like I think it's called a Dutch lop bunny. It's got the floppy ears. I don't know. And I said no. And they said, "Oh, come on, we'll take care of it." No, you won't. And then but you'll love it too. No, I don't want it. No, I am not equipped at the moment to take care of more things. I can't do it. No puppies, no dogs, no cats. Oh, I'm allergic to cats, so that's an easy out. No bunnies, no gerbils, no nothing right now.
So when are you getting the bunny?
I'm not getting it.
Yes, you are.
I'm not getting it.
The thing is, like, it sounds like you have a little like a lack of energy at the moment. And the thing is that animals can really give you energy, you know? So maybe bunnies are just a solution. Maybe serendipity is trying to say like, hey, Vince, maybe you should just get a bunny and it will give you a lot of love and energy in return. You know?
I have too much love I don't need it. I've got all the love I can handle. I'm done. I'm done with love. Yeah, I mean, horses. If someone said, "Hey, you should get a horse," now we're talking. Like, maybe.
Like if you, but like I can argue with that because I have some
Of course
horses
you can.
and my aunt. Yeah.
Of course you can.
A horse is just a really big dog that you can ride.
I think I have an opinion on that. Because I have literally every animal that you can think of in my house and in my backyard. So I have a dog.
Elephant.
I have not okay. So like pets. I
then,
mean the pets, of course.
Isn't an elephant a mammal?
There we go. What?
Never mind. Wait, I'm going to sound stupid. I said, isn't an elephant a mammal?
It is.
Yeah.
Not an animal. So they're not an animal. So it doesn't fit the category.
Animal, like okay, so
I'm confused now.
Yeah, so like some animals are mammals, like
like fish.
Okay, so it's perfectly possible to be and an animal and a mammal.
Yes,
I think, like, if I got my English correct, I'm not sure.
Yes, no, you're right.
I stand corrected.
Yeah. Okay. So Sarcha, what is in your zoo?
In my zoo, I have a parrot.
Okay.
I have like a small bird. I don't know how to say it in English. I have 2 cats. I have a dog. I have fish. I have chickens. I have horses.
Do you really?
I really do. And I think that's it, actually. So it's a lot. Like, it's not that much, but it's a lot. So that's why I can say, like, horses are not the same as just big dogs. They're really not. And I say that with all the love, because it's like people always underestimate the care that a horse actually needs.
I was going to say horses are a lot of work, aren't they?
Yeah, but dogs are as well, but they just need their unique kind of care set. Like, you have a dog, so you know how to take care of a dog now. But that doesn't mean that you can take care of a horse. Like, I have had bunnies at one point in my life. And even though I think they're cute, I think they're the most boring animal to have. But I know there are people that are really very much in love with bunnies. So if you want a bunny, go get yourself a bunny. But I'm not a bunny person.
I mean, if they're boring, then there we go. Like, why didn't they start with that? They went into.
I'm sorry, Vince.
No, it's okay. Hey, if they're boring, I'm on board. No, I'm still not going to get a bunny, but yeah. I appreciate that Jen, I know you got that I know you got Oscar like pretty early in the pandemic, and you still have him, and that's good for you.
Yes,
because there's a lot of people that went and got a puppy or a pet, and then after a month or two were like, I'm out, and that's a shame.
Yeah, well, after a month or two, I was like, how am I going to make this work?
Yeah.
Because, it was hard. It was tough. I'd never had a dog before. I didn't know what to expect.
Right.
And it was hard. And there were a lot of tears. But to me, giving him up was not an option. So I had to make it work.
Yeah.
Oh,
right. And that's where I talk about life lessons.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's so great of you, Jen. Like, that's the best thing. Like, people that hold on, like, you made a choice and you stick to it. So I really like that about people that choose for animals and just stick to them, like, keep taking care of them, because it's so traumatic for animals to just be passed around when they're not needed anymore. So I'm sorry.
Right.
Kind of passionate about animals.
I'm with you. And as a matter of fact, I there were times where I said, at some point, we're going to have to look at rehoming my husband. Not the dog. The dog's staying. The husband might need to be rehomed.
Well, that's going to be a difficult situation.
I was kidding. It's a joke.
Vince, do you regret asking me on the show? Because I get those vibes. Okay. So,
no.
Okay.
Wait, hold on there. What vibes? I never regret anything.
Okay.
No.
I didn't say anything.
You're welcome. Listen, okay, let me do for you what is the purest show that you belong on this show. Are you ready?
Oh, I know what's
no.
coming. I
No,
know what's
you're not
coming. And for Canadians, that's the equivalent of getting slimed.
Yeah, and now you're back. See?
Okay, I will never question it again. So.
No, hey, this is a place of love. This is a place, and it's open. And you know what? If we were at the BA Cafe, or if we were at a cafe in Brussels after a conference, this is the stuff we'd be talking about, right?
Yeah,
that was
probably.
the point. No, hey, I love everybody. It's all no. If I'm giving off those vibes, that's on me. I'll be happier.
So.
I promise.
Well, again, I do not agree because, like what I think about somebody, that's on me, and what you think about somebody, that's on you. So if you give those vibes, if I get those vibes from you, and since we're not in the same room, I do not, like that's on me.
Yeah.
That's
okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the, Jen said it's the equivalent of being slimed. A lot of the Canadian humor is very sarcastic. It's very self-deprecating. It's I don't know, Jen. Any other adjectives you want to throw in there? We don't take ourselves too seriously, I guess. Is the
okay.
So
I take myself. I'm very serious, and I'm not on purpose, by the way. That's just how I am. I try to be like more chill, but I'm not. So.
But you said you're an Aquarius. We just go.
I am.
We flow, man. We flow.
Yeah.
We flow.
Yeah. I know. I think we should. I always thought that Aquarius were like eccentric.
Oh,
we that's
are.
one thing. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we are. And even growing up, like I was talking about high school earlier. Like even in high school, my one of my life goals was to get to the point where people called me eccentric, because it meant that hold with me, Jen. It meant that I had achieved a certain level of success to where I was no longer crazy. I was eccentric, right? Because if you're poor, you're crazy. If you've done something, oh, he's just eccentric. You know what I mean? So that was a goal.
I have a perfect example of that, and my husband pointed it out. There was
Mary Ward, woo!
My husband's work had a big what do you call it? Big gala kind of a thing one night, and
I think it's called a gala.
Maybe. Okay, they had this big gala, this big celebration. And one of the people who attended the celebration, who was friends with the guy who owned the company, again, I'm not good with names, but he was this guy that was on like Dragon's Den. Like he was one of the dragons. Anyway,
Jim?
No. Michael?
Brett?
Nope.
Okay.
Anyway. We didn't know who this guy was. It was just some guy bouncing around with no shirt on, and buying a beer and dumping it in his hair, like this weird, crazy guy, until we found out who he was, and he's a billionaire. And now all of a sudden he's eccentric.
Exactly. This is what I'm talking about. So if I am referred to as eccentric, it means I've done something. I've gotten to a certain place, and I'm no longer just crazy. Because if you see some of the
Trump
stuff,
is eccentric.
So, anyways, it's like Voldemort. He is.
You don't say the name.
I'd rather say Voldemort. he who shall not be named. Voldemort. Oh man, Voldemort. Yeah. No. That's a different. Let's
just rewind.
Situation.
Control Z.
No. Just that's a different situation. He's just a terrible person. So,
okay, so you always wanted to get to a point where people would see you as eccentric.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of my goals. So, yeah, and hopefully I'm there. But well, no, I mean, I don't think I'll ever be there. But hopefully, people do think I've got something to say. I don't know.
I think you got something to say.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
I think if you want to be eccentric, you have to like dress in a special way.
He does.
No?
I do.
Where's your sweatshirt, Vin?
It's not here. It's upstairs. I haven't worn it.
Star Wars shirt. He's been wearing that since Tuesday.
No, this is my other Star Wars shirt.
Oh, okay.
I wore my Yoda shirt on Tuesday.
For
this is my other for the 4th, yeah. So
May the 4th.
May the 4th. And yesterday was Revenge of the 5th. There we go.
Now, wouldn't Yoda have been more appropriate for this conversation?
Why?
Well, we've had some very deep philosophical.
Yeah, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that that's how it was going to go. Like,
I wasn't criticizing you. I'm just making a comment.
No,
gee,
but I know,
Vince, don't
don't
be so sensitive.
But Jen, I wore it 2 days ago. It's in a laundry bin.
Waiting for your wife to do the laundry.
No, I do the laundry.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't, I didn't you know what? Just in case we have a deep philosophical discussion on Thursday, I should wear the shirt on Thursday. No, it's just like, oh, it's the 4th. Yeah, let me wear a Star Wars shirt. My decision-making process is very rudimentary. It's not complex. Is that shirt on the top? Yes. Is it clean? Yes. So the problem is I don't do proper rotation of my clothes. I just after I do the laundry and I fold it, I put it back, and then the next day it's like, oh, top of the pile. Okay. So I'm just going through the same 10 t-shirts, even though I've probably got about 50 of them.
Do you find that maybe is a benefit of COVID too? We don't have to think so much about what we're going to wear the next day. You just sort of throw, you don't even need pants.
It doesn't apply to me.
What do you mean?
It doesn't apply to me. Yeah, because I get dressed every day, and I even wear heels when working from home, just to feel good working from home. You know, I need those working vibes. I don't know. I worked out. I think I worked in pajamas 2 days in all of COVID, and those were the worst days of working. I just don't like working.
So you need to be in the work headspace.
Yeah, and and getting dressed helps, because also sometimes I just want to go out. I go for a tea before work, or sometimes I go to the store after work, and then I don't want to change after work. You know, I want to get dressed in the beginning of the day, make sure I look good, and then if I have to run errands during the day, at least I'm dressed. You know, I'm dressed well. So
okay.
So I'm halfway there. I do get up and shower every morning before work, and I do get dressed.
Yes.
But I wear slippers.
Oh, that's fine.
And jeans. So.
Jeans?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm an 80s girl.
No, that's fair. I haven't worn jeans in a year. I wore a suit once, but it wasn't for work. It was because I had a baptism to go to. And other than that, it's been jogging pants and no slippers, but jogging pants and a t-shirt every day. It's the best.
Whatever works, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. But
I have found myself getting into yoga pants though. So I mean, normally it's jeans, but the last few weeks it's been yoga pants, which is a bit of a problem because now the jeans don't exactly fit.
That's also why I wear jeans. You know, it makes sure that it keeps fitting. Also.
Yeah,
I'm not I also wear dresses, and that's, you know, when I wear dresses, they're not so, you know, then it still happens that my jeans might not fit after a few weeks. But
sure. Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting when eventually we have to go back into the office and that's when everyone's gonna realize, oh,
yeah,
I don't have any clothes, and then you have to go in jogging pants. So
that would be funny if everybody would go to the office in jogging.
I mean, it's yeah. I don't think it'll happen, but
No.
yeah, but I like this.
That's the before times.
Bang on, sir. Yes, the before times. Bang on, sir. Yes. Pre-COVID. It's so 2019. Oh boy. So what else has been going on, Jen, and how are you going to respond to Judy's threat to your throne of being the most frequent guest?
Send me that link again. I'll put myself in every week.
They're actually, we're full. We're full to the end of the line.
Oh.
I still haven't decided what I'm going to do.
You can bump Judy. You can bump her. She won't mind.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I was surprised that she was on twice in 1 month, though, in one calendar month, and I didn't know. Like, I didn't notice, and it's fine. I don't care. But she's coming on strong for that title of most frequent guest. So you're gonna have to.
Do we have a Jen and Judy show yet? We need a Jen and Judy.
I don't think so, but at this point, you might have to wait.
Maybe Jen and I should be on. Look at that! Show that comment, Vince.
Where I missed it. I was looking it up.
She just right there. Maybe Jen and I should be on together. See, we both thought of it at the same time.
All right. So
I apologize. My dog is barking in the background.
That's fine. You know what? We could bump Amy, or we could bump Steve Jones. I'm just looking at the list. So we'll figure out how to make it happen. You know what? We'll figure out how to make it happen. We will do a Jen and Judy show. How about that? You heard it here first. We will do a Jen and Judy show before this thing ends.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Canadian through what? Me? Is that me? I don't know.
Friends, I didn't throw you under the bus. I merely invited you to climb under it. No.
we will do a Jen and Judy show.
It's all in fun, Judy.
Yeah, we're fine. Oh, and Steve just popped in, so now he's going to find out when he watches the show that he's been cut to make space for the Jen and Judy show. Steve, we'll talk.
Oh, he just got here.
He just got here.
He didn't hear you say that. You could have gotten away with it.
No, well,
if it weren't for those nasty kids.
Those meddling kids.
Meddling kids.
So where are we at now as far as getting back into normal? Are you getting the shot? Have you had the shot? Where are we at?
They just opened it up
this
week to 50 plus in our province. I am booked for next Thursday for my first shot.
Good for you. Do you know what you're getting?
Pfizer.
Hey, me too.
Hey, Pfizer buddies.
We're Pfizer buddies. I got Pfizer.
Wow.
I got mine April the 14th ish. And I get number 2 at the beginning of August.
Oh, excellent. I get number 2 August 26th.
Yeah.
Which is just in time, I think, for it to be effective for Orlando. Because that was my thing. I wasn't going unless I had 2.
Yes, I said the same thing. All right, Stevie. Yeah. I said the same thing. And so I get mine August the 4th. And so I'm good for Orlando. Now, then it's a matter of, are Canadians allowed to travel? Because I'm not doing a 2-week quarantine when I come back.
No, and I'm not booking flights until we know.
Same. So as of right now,
that's a great recap. Best recap ever.
This is Fabricio. I appreciate you, brother. This is the best recap. Towels, imposters, serendipity, horses, no pants, and let me add, Jen and Judy, not Steve. So I said the same. Like I'm not booking anything until I'm allowed to, till I know that I'm not going to have to quarantine for 2 weeks on the way back. But as of right now, I'm scheduled to be the day 2 keynote in Orlando. So
Excellent.
like I want to go, but it'll be a matter of if I can. Sarch, how about you?
I don't know if anybody in the chat from Brussels knows anything about vaccines, but I think I'm too young to be like, I don't know when I will be getting a vaccine.
Okay.
It will be a few more months because my aunt, who is like 70, I think, she is only getting her vaccine this week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're really, but she's like the last in her category because the parents of my boyfriend, like, no, they haven't. But my mom, she is like 60. She already got an invite. So we're at the 70, 60 age category. So everything below that still needs to happen. And I am a few categories below that. So I'll have to wait a few months, I think.
Yeah. I got mine before it was opened up to my age group because I'm a caregiver for a relative. So
it's essential.
I was essential, right?
Yes.
And then I had a lot of guilt, and I think we talked about it on the show. Like I had guilt because I'm like, I don't deserve it. I feel like I'm jumping the line. It felt bad.
But are you over it now? Because like
over the guilt?
How could you? Yeah, because how can you give care to your
so that was I had a conversation with another family member, and he was like, you think you're getting it for you? Like you're getting it for the care residents so that you don't wipe out half of them. And then it was like, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So and then they ended up announcing the week after that they were going to open it up to my age group anyway. So I got it 2 weeks early. Like, because now in Toronto and in where I am, it's over 50, and then next week I think it starts over 40. So yeah. But there we go, and that's for the like you can go to a pharmacy, and pharmacy has AstraZeneca, and it's a different booking system.
Oh,
but yeah.
Here it's all, you have to book it all online, and and they did a great job for the amount of time that it took to put it all together. But what it doesn't do.
Sorry, I just saw this now. I love this comment.
What our system doesn't do is hold your spot. So you can go in, and it will say there's appointments available, and you click your appointment slot, you click your time, you put all your information in, and you say book, and then it says, sorry, just kidding, JK.
Oh, so it's not like okay, you've clicked the spot, and now I'm going to hold it for 5 minutes.
Yeah, holding.
That's poor requirements right there. Like, hold it for 5 minutes. Let me put in my details. Come on, man.
Yeah. But when I went, so I learned, this is the thing, you got to be a strategic thinker. So that's what happened when they opened AstraZeneca to us. That's what happened to me, and I didn't get it. And then days later, they opened Pfizer. So I went in and I went, I'm going to go for one a few days later than what's available.
Sure.
And an appointment late in the day, but in the middle of the day, which would be less popular. And boom, I got it.
There you go.
You just had to think it through.
You got to be strategic, man. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Speaking of comments you missed, there was a Steve Jones comment from 550. Did you want to have a look at that one?
This one here?
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Steve, if you think you can handle my dragons, have at it, brother. No, Steve's a good dude, man. Steve could do it. And him and I have been chatting a bit on, because I think I may have shamed him into, not shamed him, that's the wrong word, but we were talking, like, Steve's such an entertaining dude.
He's fun. I like
the
Steve.
fact that he's not speaking at the conferences that we go to. It's like, dude,
Oh,
what's
he
wrong
is.
with you? Well, now he is. So
Right.
he's been working on a presentation for him, because I've been putting together and I think, Jen, I think I shared it with you, the speaking on the side program that I've been putting together. I'm doing a new workshop.
Oh.
Not a like a Project World workshop. Like, I'm doing an 8-week guided, like, how to be a better speaker, how to be a better presenter, and how to speak at conferences.
Oh, I need to take that.
How to speak at conferences when you don't want to necessarily leave your day job.
Cool.
Right?
Can I get in on that? I want to take that class.
You're in. You're in. So I've tentatively got it started for the end of the month, and I just arbitrarily pick that. But like, and it might hold. But it's, to me, it's a guided coaching, and I didn't expect that we were going to talk about this, so whatever. Like, to get you ready to speak at BA and Beyond, to speak at Project World, to speak at these events, and then it's also just, hey, I have to give presentations at work, and I want to do better. So it's not like I want to be a professional speaker. No.
Yeah.
How do you do it? How do you do it on the side? So, anyways, Jen, you're in. We'll talk.
Awesome.
Yeah. But so like, you know, I sent it to Steve. I'm like, dude, do you think this would be something you'd be interested in? And not to sell them, like, I would just let you guys in for free. But I mean, no, I didn't. Did I say that out loud? No.
Say what?
No. You're gonna pay full price.
You were unmuted.
I heard something about for free.
Yeah, I would just.
I didn't. No. Nothing.
So to me, this is the beauty. This is the beauty of still having a day job and then doing all of this stuff on the side. Is like, oh shit, he heard it. Is like, I just give away stuff for free constantly. You want in? Yeah.
Well, you're doing it for fun, not for money, right?
Exactly. So I'm happy that people do pay for it, and it's like, I don't give it away for free all the time. But you know, if the mood strikes me and someone says, "Hey, can I get in on that?" I might say yes, and I might say, "Yep, here's the thing, you're free." Like, and I'm not going to charge you, Jen. We're homies.
Hey, you know, I'll give you feedback.
We're homies. Oh, I know. We're homies. So like, I'm not going to charge you. But anyways, I sent it to Steve because I know that he's been getting his deck ready for the fall, and it sucks because I'm not going to get to be in Boston, and I think that's where he's going to be, but I'm not going to get to be there. So I'm going to miss it. That hurts, but I'm not going to change why I'm not going to be there. But it's going to be.
Why are you not going to be there?
I have a family commitment.
All right. Well, family commitments are more important.
It is my eldest's birthday, and so I will not be missing that.
Is she? She's not double digits yet, is she?
She is not.
No. Okay.
So I don't like. You know what? That to me is a simple thing. I'm not. And I'm trying to be more accommodating to that. Like, you know, if Vancouver happens, I've said, like, hey, can I not speak on Monday so that I don't have to leave on Halloween? So that I can be here for Halloween, do the Halloween thing, and then fly out the next day. So, you know, it's just, that's why it's I won't miss her birthday.
Awesome. That's awesome. That's
yeah,
amazing.
Anyways, ladies, we are at time. The hour has flown by.
It has.
And I'd like to let you have the final words. So, Sarcha, would you like to kick us off with what wisdom do you want to leave the people that are here with us and the people that will watch afterwards? What do you want to leave them with?
Since it connects to something that we already said today, I think it's everybody always thinks that, like it's about the journey, not the destination. But that's not true, like it's about the people with you on the journey, because they make the journey worthwhile. So that's it, actually.
Awesome. Jen?
I like that
too. Wise beyond her years. This is intimidating. I was not this wise when I was of your vintage. I was dumb. I was a dummy. So
well, I always hang out with people older my age.
Oh, so. There we go. And we didn't tell the story of Patrick trying to get into our circle. But anyways, that's for another time. That means you have to come back so that we can talk about that.
Exactly.
Love to.
Jen Bedell.
My wisdom or final thought is, in these times of, at least for us, additional lockdown, it's even more important to take your breaks. Jen's wisdom.
Yeah. And what do you mean by that?
Yes. I mean, don't work yourself through the day. Don't stay available forever. When you disconnect for 5 or 10 minutes in the day, you end up getting a lot of stuff done a lot faster than if you try to push through. So completely disconnect, though. Like completely. Like go stand outside in your bare feet, whatever. Take the time to disconnect and then come back fresh.
Awesome.
You owe it to yourself.
I concur. Rough. And he said my name. With that, then, I'd like to thank Sarcha and Jen for being on Analysts After Work. Next week, you will not want to miss it. We've got two guys that we this was the female version, the female show. Next week is just the dudes. Greg Brown will be on. And returning also my podcast co-host Mike Martino. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff, but we're going to talk about change, because that's
nice.
Change.
That'll be good.
It's going to be fun. There we go. So with
the all
that,
Toronto cast.
And it's an all Toronto crowd. There we go. I didn't even realize that. With that, then, thank you everyone for joining in. We will catch you in the next episode of Analysts After Work. See ya.
Cheers.